Aldous Jack in Houston, Texas.
Hey, welcome to the call. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, this is your final shout out. If you haven't already done so, please give us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Lane, Stephen and Danielle from Fort Worth, Texas.
All right, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. F1. This conference is muted. Callers may not unmute themselves. The recording has been started.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Business Builder Call. I'm your host, National Consultant Lane Winsett. I'm excited to have all of you joining us tonight, whether you're a seasoned consultant or just kind of starting your Ambit journey. These are weekly calls that are designed to provide you with valuable insights, strategies, inspiration, and to help you grow your business. So we do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Tonight we have a very special guest joining us, Millionaire Club member and executive consultant Fernando Rodriguez. He's going to be sharing his expertise with regards to his knowledge and incredible success that he's had with Ambit Energy, and has a lot of wealth of knowledge to share with all of us. So make sure that you do have a notebook handy, a pen and paper handy tonight, because tonight's call will be packed in actionable information that will allow you to start using in your business and applying immediately. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Millionaire Club member, executive consultant, Mr. Fernando Rodriguez. Are you there, Fernando?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I
Can you hear
can.
me?
Yes, sir, I can. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Man, guys, I am so excited to be here. It's such an honor. Lane, thank you for having me on this call. I'm very excited. I am going to get a lot of information to you guys if you have a pen and paper. My goal is to give as much value to you. I want your Ambit business to reach the next level, and hopefully with this call, it's going to go far and beyond your expectations. So that's my intentions for this call. It's going to be packed with a lot of bullet points, a lot of principles, and I've broken them down to 10 principles. 10 principles of having the right mindset for your business, but not only for your business. These are all values that we could find, principles that we could use in our daily lives. And I just want to start off with saying that, Lane, you're doing an awesome job doing this Sunday night business call. You've been consistent with it. Also adding value. I love the speakers that you have on this call pretty frequently, and I always gain something from it. And that's what it's all about, guys, is jumping on to as much information just to make our business, our mindsets better. So everybody that is here is the right person that I want to talk to, because these are the kind of people that we want to go to the next level, make 2025 the best year ever. I'm executive consultant Fernando Rodriguez from Victoria, Texas, guys. My amazing wife is Gwen Rodriguez. I wouldn't be here without her. We have 4 amazing kids. 2 of them are older. They're already out the house, and one of them just graduated the Navy. And we had the privilege to go and fly to Chicago and watch him graduate. Actually, shout out to Big Mike. He reached out to me on Facebook, guys. My Ambit family, and this is our culture right here. Ambit family, we're all working together. He reached out to me. Hey, brother, I heard that you're in Chicago. I want to make sure that you're taken care of. Can you believe it? I mean, I met Mike just a handful of times in Ambition and different events, and he's reaching out to me. He got word from Facebook. I'm in Chicago. Fernando, I want to make sure that you're having a good time. I'm here if you need me, brother. So, Big Mike, thank you so much. Thank you to all my Ambit family for all the love and support. We wouldn't be here without you. We got twins also, 2 little ones, and they're 13 years old. And we have them in every single thing. They're just busy. They're keeping us busy. They're keeping us moving. And I'm so grateful for Ambit, corporate, everything that y'all are doing, because you're making my dreams come true. I'm able to be a full-time father, So in 2016, we started with our Ambit business. And we kind of started in kind of like a rough patch. Both Gwen and I, we met in nursing school. So at that time, we were already a decade into nursing. We're both making good money. I was a charge nurse, clinical coach, like 6 other certificates, accolades that I had over there. My next goal was to be a manager. And Gwen, she just switched over from working, visiting people at their homes to now working from home, and she had the flexibility. We're making good money. Life is good. We're traveling to Dallas at that time. And we stopped in traffic. We got a brand new car. It was about 8 months old, a Nissan Sentra. We had the twins in the back. And we're just sitting in traffic. I see these traffic cones just flying up in the air. And I look in my rearview mirror, and there's this Hummer just flying right towards us. This might be a little difficult for me to tell you guys because, man, it was a life-changing moment. But at that moment, I saw him coming, and I turned around, punched the gas, turned the wheel, and I yelled, "Everybody get down," because I felt like that car was going to crush us. And I felt the impact, and he hit the car in front of us, jumped over our car on impact, and hit the car in front of us. I look up, there's broken glass everywhere. My kids at that point, they were 4 years old, they were in car seats, and Draven, my son, was in the section where we had the impact on. And his car seat was tipped over, and it was by the grace of God that it felt like he just protected him. He just protected him. And so my first instinct, get my family to safety. I get out of the car, get my kids out. Gwen, she's suffering from a concussion. She doesn't know where she's at. I'm just grabbing her. We're moving away from danger. Come to find out, the guy that hit us had no license, no insurance. He was intoxicated. So we're paying everything out of pocket at that time. And I had $5,000 in savings. And very quickly you'll find out that if you're not working, because I suffered an injury from that wreck, I have 4 tears in my left shoulder, and little by little, I wasn't able to lift my left arm anymore. So you'll find out real quick that when you're paying everything out of pocket and still paying your mortgage, your bills, all that savings is going to go away real quick. I was suffering from PTSD. I felt like my son died in that wreck, but everybody was fine. You know, everybody made it out safe. I was just suffering this injury, and after a couple of weeks, after 3 weeks, I just felt like, man, you know, our savings is already getting depleted, and we're not even through the month yet. I need to get back to work. I need to shake it off. What happened, happened. Let's get going. So I called my boss. Hey, yeah, I'm still having trouble with my arm, but, you know, I'll just get back on the desk, you know, just do my thing, delegate. And she told me, Fernando, you can't come back to work until you're relieved from your doctor. And I said, well, you know, I have to get clearance from him first. That can't be. You know, we're running out of money. I need to make some more money. I need to go back to work. She said, unfortunately, you can't. You're going to use your FMLA, which is family leave of absence, and that's only good for 3 months. If you're still not back at work for 3 months, we're going to have to let you go. And I was shocked at that response. I left out, by the way, that I was Nurse of the Year. So I felt like I was important. After all these years, 10 years working for the hospital, you're just a number. Don't fool yourself. Because if you're not building something for yourself, you're building something for someone else. And if you can't make money, they'll easily replace you. I felt like a chump. I felt like a loser. Like this whole time, I felt like I was going into something where I'm going to keep my family safe, where I'm going to have job security, and it didn't exist in nursing, because if you're injured, then there's no more money coming in. So I don't know what to do at this point. I'm trying to make money off to the side. Gwen is holding it down at home. She's our rock. She was my rock. And, she's, just working, trying to do her thing. I have a family member that came up to me and he said, "Hey, I need you to take a look at this, man. Like, you can make some extra money with it." No, I don't want to bother with it. I didn't know what network marketing was at that time, but I knew that he did other stuff and he wasn't successful with it. So I told him no 3 times. He finally went up to Gwen. Gwen said yes on the spot. "You made $700 in 3 weeks working as a full-time mechanic?" "Yeah, of course I will." I was like, "Well, hold on. How much is it going to cost?" "I don't know, $100 or something." It's like, I didn't tell her this, but we only had $300 left in our savings. And then she told me these words, "Don't worry, babe. I'm going to get it back." I said, "Okay, I believe in you." So she used a credit card and she signed up as an Ambit consultant. And that was the start of our journey with Ambit. So I'm still trying to figure it out, trying to cut grass, trying to find work wherever I can. I'm still suffering an injury. I'm going to physical therapy. I'm on the verge of getting surgery. And I followed back up with Gwen, and I noticed that she's getting checks from this company called Ambit. First, it was $100 and another $200. I said, "Babe, how much money have you made so far?" $300. "Wait, how did you make that money? You've been at home this whole time." "Yeah, I just asked them, what do I do?" And they told me what to do. And then I said, "Okay, I did that. What's next?" So I did that step. What's next? I did that step. And I've just been doing what they've been telling me, step by step. And that's where I felt like my prayers were answered for the first time in a very, very long time. I said, "God, this is exactly what I've been looking for." And I'm going to go right to it. I got 10 principles of building a better mindset, a greater mindset. The first principle is making a decision. And that was my moment of clarity where I made a decision for myself. So if you have a pen and paper, write this down. Make a decision. Make a promise to yourself and keep it. Don't have any fear. Don't have fear of failing. Don't have fear of rejection. And most importantly, don't have fear of success, of achieving your goal. Fear, the acronym, false evidence appearing real. So at that moment, I was pressured. We had no money. And actually, we were behind on our mortgage. And we were fixing to lose our home. And now I see that Gwen is making some extra money. So there's a difference between pressure versus complacency. What you don't change, you choose. I heard that a couple of weeks ago in a seminar, and it just resonated with me. I'm going to repeat it again. What you don't change, you choose. So there was going to be some change, and we were going to make Ambit work. No matter what, I told myself, I'm going to make this decision right now. I'm going to give it 100%. I'm going to give it everything I got. And that's what I did. I made that decision and that promise to myself. All I need is $700. That was my why in the beginning. I just need to make this work and just make $700. If I can make $700 by the end of this year, then we'll be able to keep our house. I'll be back at work. Everything will be good. And that's what kept me pushing. Tony Robbins, if you ever heard of Tony Robbins, great speaker, he said one time, if you want to take the island, burn the ships. That means if you want to achieve your goals, don't think about plan B or plan C. Just stick with plan A. Make plan A work. There is no other option. You're going to make this work. But whenever you have those ships kind of sitting there, could kind of get distracted with it. So if you want to take the island, burn the ships. And there's a parable that I also love. I'm going to share this quickly with you. There's a guy named Mike, and he's trying to ask his mentor to teach him about success. So his mentor tells him, okay, I'll meet you at the beach 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So he meets him at the beach, and the mentor tells him, all right, I need you to go into the water. I'll go with you. So they walk into the water. They walk about neck deep into the water. And then Mike, okay, so what exercise are we going to be doing here? And all of a sudden, his mentor holds him underwater. Now remember, Mike just asked him, I need you to teach me how to be successful. Right? So why does he have his mentor out in the beach at 5 o'clock in the morning? So his mentor holds him down, and at first Mike thinks it's a joke. So he taps him in the arm and, okay, I give up. But he keeps holding him down. So now he's running out of breath. And he's pushing his mentor, fighting him off with everything he's got. And his mentor won't let him go. He's just holding him there underwater. Finally, Mike pushes him off with all of his strength and gasps for a breath of air. And yells, what are you doing? The mentor tells him, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to want it as much as you want to breathe, as much as you want to take a breath. That's what it takes to be successful. That story has stayed with me since the first year I've been with Ambit. That story has been carrying me on. Every time I kind of feel low and I feel like breaking that promise, that decision that I made years ago, that's what keeps me going. So I want to share that with you. So at this point, I'm in. I made that decision, and now I got to learn what even network marketing is. I've been a nurse for my whole career, and I don't know anything about multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct selling. I don't even know what Ambit is. So my first thought, I'm getting creative. I need to find someone that does. I need to find a professional. So, number 2, the second principle of building a greater mindset, find a mentor. Find a mentor. Have you ever heard the expression, never take financial advice from a broke person? Well, the same applies from success. If you want to be successful, learn from successful people. And at that time, Mark Guerra, national consultant Mark Guerra, a good friend of ours, unbelievable person. Like, we owe a lot to him. He was coming down to Victoria, Texas, 2.5-hour drive weekly. So I hitched my wagon to Mark. I said, this is the guy that I'm going to learn from. Millionaire, national consultant. So there is things that I need to do. I need to be open-minded and coachable. Imagine every single tips or advice that Mark has given me, and I'm just shutting it down. No, I don't think it's going to work that way. If you're going to find a mentor, you got to be open-minded and coachable. Give value to them because their time is valuable. So every single time that he came to Victoria, even though he was a millionaire and I was broke, I didn't tell my wife this, but I used a little bit of money that I had to take him out to lunch. If I could just get a couple more minutes with him and just learn a little bit more, then that's going to give me so much more value. And of course, I'm trying to give as much value as I can with him. And at this time, I'm also learning from GoPro, and GoPro gave that advice. You know, it talked about if you find a mentor, you know, give value to them. Do their dry cleaning. Pick up their dry cleaning. Wash your car. I think it gave those examples, but John Maxwell even said, in order to receive heat from a fire, you need to give logs first. Meaning, you don't receive without giving. So I just had that in my mind. That's the way that I approached the mentorship, and man, did I learn a lot. You know, And now understand that as much as you try to copy your mentor, as much as I try to copy Mark Guerra, I will never be a Mark Guerra. Only he could be a Mark Guerra. But what I could be is an executive consultant, $1 million club member that is killing it out there. And pretty soon, we're shooting for national consultant. That's what I could be. What he did is that he brought out the best version of myself. And that's what mentors do. They bring out the best version of yourself. So if you're a mentor, make sure you're doing that as well. These people, they live to serve. You'll become a person that gives and serves. 1 Corinthians 10:24. Let each one keep seeking not his own advantage, but that of the other person. You know, John Maxwell also talks about law of the lid. You know, if you want to become an 8 or a 9, you're going to have to find a 9 or a 10. Now, same thing in our business. If we want to attract leaders into our business, we have to grow. We have to develop our mindsets. We have to become leaders. We have to be at level 1 is the beginner and novice, and level 10 is the master. I want to learn from level 10s. That way I could become a 10 and attract 9s and 10s in my business. You know, so, and if there's one thing that you get out of this whole phone call, is self-development. Mark was traveling, you know, once a week, but only for a month or two, for a couple of months. After that, it was once a month, and I knew that wasn't going to be sustainable. I knew that I'm going to have to keep getting mentorship from somewhere. So I turned into self-development. I learned from these people, from these books. I've had Grant Cardone yell at me while I'm at the gym working out, like, dude, what are you doing? 10X this thing already. I've had Abraham Lincoln touch my shoulder and tell me, become a greater leader for your team. You know, these people that you're reading from them every day. They start to manifest in your mind. You're actually having conversations with them in your mind. So if you're in a location where you really don't have leadership, don't let that be an excuse. You can find mentorship from a lot of places, a lot of resources. This is one of the ways, of course, for this phone call. So I'm hoping that you're getting value so far from this. So I'm finding mentorship. He's telling me exactly what to do. At this point, I had already invited 30 people the wrong way. Hey, man, there's this Ambit business. Hey, you can make a lot of money with deregulation. I'm just inviting. 30 people rejected me. 30 people told me no already. So, number 3, the third principle, take action. Consistent, persistent. I'm going to repeat that again. Consistent, persistent action over time will compound towards your goals. Take gradual, positive steps until they become habits. Habits, and especially habits that you were never used to doing, doesn't appear overnight. So I could plan, I could get this mentorship, I could learn everything that I have to about multi-level marketing and network marketing and Ambit energy. But if I don't take action, if I never invite, nothing's going to happen in my business. So this is a self-evaluation for you guys. Like, am I taking action, or am I just doing things that, you know, like organizing, just planning, learning? You know, this is a business that you could learn while you earn. You know, let me give you an example. If you're going to the gym and you want to work out and you want to get bigger and get some muscles and get fit, but it takes you 30 minutes to drive over there. And then you're talking to so many people and getting advice from everyone about how to do the machines for an hour or two. And then you just come home. Yes, you went to the gym, but you never did the work. You never exercised. You never lifted a single weight. How do you expect to get stronger? The same thing with our business, right? During these moments of action, you are going to fail. And that motivation that you felt in the beginning will die. And this goes on to the principle number 4, motivation versus discipline. There is a difference between the two. Motivation is temporary. You want to get motivated? Easy. Go to YouTube. Type in motivation. There's a lot of motivation videos out there, you know. But the thing about it is that the hour will pass after you watched it, and then that motivation will be gone. Discipline is what pushes you to keep showing up. Your why keeps you from failing, for quitting. Your why is going to keep you moving forward. Now, my why was just to make $700 in the beginning of this business. Your why will change as you change or as you achieve your goals. So once I achieved the $700, now my why is different. Now I want time freedom. I want to be able to make enough money with Ambit so I could leave my job and have more time with my family. I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock anymore. After I'm so tired, after my kids were sick all night, but I had no time off, so I have to stay up with them and then go to work, like wasted, and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's not good for your health. Consistently doing that, you're killing yourself. My why is to get out of there. Wake up, not because I have to, but because I want to. Because I'm done sleeping. So there's exercises that you could do as well, and we've done this first year in Ambit. It's like the one that we're fixing to have and kick off, and we meet some great people there, and they're showing us, giving us so many. And Bowie was there. That's when I first saw him up on stage. Excellent speaker. He's a substitute teacher that's now a millionaire. That was so inspirational to me. And then there's an executive consultant that's talking about vision board and how it was in their vision board to have a pool in their backyard. And they just got a house, and I was like, wow, I want that. I want a brick home with the pool in the back. Like right now, in my house, we're 6 people sharing one bathroom. Like, we were struggling back then. Now we're here. We put it on our vision board, and it didn't happen overnight. It took a little while, and we kept working on business, but we were able to now have the house that we have now, brick home with the pool in the back, building memories. So when you reach a finish line, which is your goal, you need to have another goal set in place, because you don't reach the finish line, you reach a new starting line. There are some tips to develop discipline, like, for example, get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you read about Arnold Schwarzenegger, his dad used to make him do sit-ups right before breakfast. So, sometimes we have to rewire our brain. If we're going to go upstairs, don't take the elevator. Take the stairs. If we enjoy a hot shower, just set a goal for the last 10 seconds. Get used to being uncomfortable. Whenever you're doing that, you're kind of shutting that voice that's always telling you, like, hey, don't do that. I'm uncomfortable. You're quieting that voice. I'm actually tapping so much into this. I've fasted for 86 hours. My mind is just telling me, hey, man, just eat now. There's some health benefits beyond that, too, so don't hurt yourself. I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm just challenging myself, and also there's some health benefits to it. Just a couple of days ago, it was like 20, 30 degrees outside. I went inside the pool. I set a timer for 3.5 minutes, and I went in there, and let me tell you, I had that voice yelling. But I've been doing this for a while that it's manageable now. Before, it used to yell so much that I would actually have to get out. Now it's, hey, man, we're going to stick it out for 3.5 minutes. You could yell all you want, but I'm not getting out. All right, man. All right, cool. That voice is like, all right. Well, I mean, just hurry up, right? So, number 5, very important, and this could really touch a lot of people. Build your confidence. Principle number 5: build your confidence. One way to build your confidence: accept compliments. Take in the compliments. When someone gives you a compliment, don't say, nah, like, no, take it in, like, hey, thank you so much. Bring it in. Bring it into your chest. Bring it into your heart. Learn to bring in positivity and push negativity away. You become what you believe you are. Self-edify yourself. You can do this exercise. Write in your bathroom mirror words of affirmation. Like, for example, I am brave. I am amazing. You know, me personally, I will become a national consultant. I will become a better speaker. You know, so start progressive, positive habits. Check this out. You go to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you wake up at 7:30. You don't have to wake up at 7:30. You know, you could wake up at 8:50 and still be on time to go to work. But you wake up at 7:30, you make your bed, you read a couple of pages of a book, and then you exercise. That's already 4 wins. 4 wins before the day started. You build those positive habits on a daily basis, you're conquering the day already. You had already conquered that day, and those start to add up. What do you think that's going to do for your self-confidence? This is going to boost up. Challenge yourself. If running the mile is difficult, don't stop until you achieve it. You know, go all the way. Don't stop until you actually reach the mile. Maybe do 1.5 miles. Stack up your wins, acknowledge them, remind yourself of your wins. Don't focus on your failures. There's a quote that says, faith can move mountains, but doubt can create them. When we have self-doubt, man, that you're just creating this mountain. Imagine hiking up this mountain that you shouldn't even be hiking. You created that in your mind. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. Faith can move mountains, but doubt can create them. Number 6, principle number 6, be obsessed. Our first year in Ambit, and still today, anybody that knows me, I will talk about my business every single day. I'm always looking into my business. I'm always checking what I could do better, how I could help my team, what I could do for my team, what can I do for others. I'm always involved in my Ambit business. Number 6, be obsessed. Obsession is frowned upon, sometimes criticized in our culture, with our friends, with our families. Mijo, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you so, like, you don't want to hang out with us? No, because you got goals. And you're not going to achieve those goals if you're not paying attention. If you're not doing something for your business every day, then what are you doing? You're just going to be further away from your goals. Think about Henry Ford, Elon Musk. They work towards their vision every day in, day out, constantly focused on their empire. You think they have people criticizing them? Yes, probably so. There's going to be haters everywhere, but look how they're living. They actually achieved their dreams, and they're still moving forward. They're still pushing forward. So what are you constantly thinking about? When you are constantly thinking about your goals, you're constantly adjusting everything to gear towards accomplishing it. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't noticed, I'm putting a lot of books in there. Self-development is very, very important. So Think and Grow Rich, it talks about tapping into your subconscious mind. You know, whenever you're constantly thinking about it, when you're constantly obsessed, everything you do, intentionally or unintentionally, is moving you towards that goal. Think about if you're trying to lose 10 pounds and you're always used to eating a cookie, a late night snack. late in the evening. Well, you're weighing yourself, you're exercising, and now, today, after a couple of weeks of doing that, you're passing by the pantry and you don't even think about looking in for a cookie. Why? Because you're subconsciously telling yourself, like, hey, I got to stay focused. I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. That subconsciously, that Think and Grow Rich, that's a good book. Number 7, change your environment. Change your environment. Your house and vehicle are a reflection of who you are. Do you have clutter everywhere? Are you a little unorganized? Is it, if your house or the vehicle is cluttered, then your mind is cluttered as well. Clean up. Get organized. Whenever everything is clear, you have a clear mind. Think about, like, you have an appointment, right? You have an appointment, you're going to meet a prospect, and you're looking for this exact shirt, but then you spend 2 hours trying to look for it because you got a pile of clothes there. And now you're showing up, rushing to your appointment when you could have gone earlier, beat the traffic, kind of prepared a little bit. So stay disciplined. Begin eliminating the things that are distracting to you, that are not adding value towards your goals. Video games, social media. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Full transparency, I have spent hours on Facebook sometimes. I saw that this was a problem. What am I going to do? I'm going to get disciplined because this is not helping me towards my goal. Now, I'm not telling you to stay off of social media. Use social media to expand your business, to promote yourself, to give value there. But if you're using it the opposite way, where you're just like scrolling and watching video after video, guys, that's most of your time, most of your focus being taken away from your goals. And I want everyone to gain value from this call. I want everyone to reach their goals, reach the best version of yourself. 2025 is it. Place yourself in an environment where you can stay focused and where you could grow to accomplish goals and become the best version of yourself. For us, when we change to a different neighborhood, now we change with like people that take more pride of where they live, where they're more focused, where their work ethic is higher. We lived in a nice area, but complete change. So make that. It's not going to happen overnight, but maybe that could help you also. Imagine if your neighbor is Grant Cardone on one side and Tom Cruise on the other. Don't you think that you'll be more motivated, that you'll actually take pride of where you live, and you'll definitely work harder for yourself, for your house, for your family? Of course you will. Maybe it's changing your environment will help. The principle number 8, surround yourself with the right people. We have friends everywhere. And before Ambit, we were spending a lot of time with people that were not really going towards the same direction that we were. Ambit has opened up a whole other, it's opened up the doors to a whole other family. Like I mentioned, Big Mike reaching out. I got Jeremy Hennessy that lives 2 hours away, and he came over to our house, and we had couples night, and we enjoyed each other's company. And Keith also invited me to his house. We had the Fun Club, which is Kevin, Rose, TN, Jill, Emerson, Julia, Mark, Olivia. All these people have added value to our lives. We're like-minded individuals. We're family-oriented, but we're also goal-oriented. Like, surround yourself with the right people. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Do you want to soar with the eagles or peck with the chickens? Right? We've all heard the saying, birds of a feather flock together. Proverbs 13:20 says, the one walking with the wise will become wise, but the one who has dealings with the stupid will fare badly. Jim Rohn, the grandfather of self-development, he says you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Let's make some changes if we have to. And I know that's going to be hard. We have loyalty to some people, but you have to know where you're going. And are these 5 people going to take you there, or are they taking you away from your goals? So I'm thinking about number 9, investing in your mind. Principle number 9, investing in your mind. We spend thousands on entertainment, on food, on clothing, but how much do we spend going on business events, on seminars, on network marketing events, on books? There's a app called Audible. How much do we spend on trainings? Oh, it's too far away. I'm not going to spend the gas money on it. Oh, they have this event, but it's $20. I'm not going to do that. I could get this for free. If you have that type of mentality, but you'll spend easy going to the movies is sometimes like close to $100. Well, if you have multiple kids like us, and they want to buy snacks and stuff, entertainment alone costs more than that. And sometimes we don't bat an eye. We just do it. But when it comes to investing in our minds, we stop. We stop short. People, CEOs, very successful people are investing in their mindset hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do you want to be professional or not? Do you want to take your business to a whole other level? This is what it takes. So what is taking the most real estate in your mind? Go to business events. Go to real estate events. Not only are you developing your mindset, but you're also in the middle of like-minded individuals that are looking for the opportunity that you have. Everybody's looking for what we have. Recession-proof, residual, time freedom, financial freedom. Ambit has that, what they're looking for. They're just waiting for you to approach them. And on the same time, you're developing yourself. You're learning something. You're becoming better. So travel to the closest live VP. If it's 2 hours away. I was talking to Mir. I also called Mir whenever I was in Chicago, and he gave me a lot of pointers. Great guy. Great mentor. And he was telling me that he drove 6 hours. He's a national consultant. Do you think I'm going to drive 6 hours? If he's doing it, so am I. I will. I know that Zoom, ever since COVID, Zoom has been out, but there's nothing like a live presentation. You are more serious about your business if you go to a live presentation. And the business events is where you will build relationships, network with high-focus individuals. February 22nd, guys, time is running out. If you haven't gotten your hotels, January 31st, I think there's another hotel that expiration for to get a good deal is February 7th. You need to start booking your hotels already. Now, I don't book the hotel on the day that I'm going. I'm booking it before because I want to be at that event. I want to absorb 100% of that event. And this is right from the beginning. The leaders, the people that are living the type of lifestyle that I want, that's what they're doing, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a day before, and I want to be early at that event. I want to absorb everything I can so I could become better, so I could give more to my family, so I could give more to my team, so I could give more value to others. February 22nd, guys, I'll see you at Kickoff Live. Number 10, and here's the last principle. I left this as the last one because it's a doozy. It's a hard one. Number 10 is set the standard with your family. This is a very difficult and sensitive goal that may not ever happen because you could change your habits, but you could change your actions too, but you can't change other people's habits and actions. The only thing that I could say is it will take patience. It will take patience. As I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, in the beginning. I'm trying to build a business mindset now, right? Because I'm transitioning from a nurse to a business owner. I'm listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I'm telling Gwen, hey, I want to put this on. No. She said, I want to listen to music. I don't want to listen to that. Well, tell you what, babe, just give me 10, 15 minutes. And I intentionally put a specific chapter that was resonating with us. So I put that on for a few minutes. Hey, babe, what do you think about that? You think we should do that? Hey, what do you think, should we change our goals? Or maybe should we make this our goal? And little by little, I'm happy to say now she's reading more books than I am. She's adding more value, more financial knowledge to our family. She's changed so much. Ambit has also, I think it's been close to 2 years now. Now she's retired as a nurse, and we're both retired as nurses. We're full-time Ambit. Now it's giving us the opportunities to invest in other things. It's giving us time to give more. We've actually did Ambit Cares with our kids. Like, who can say that? Who can say that they are donating their time to feed hungry children? I would never even think about doing that whenever I was a full-time nurse. I was so busy. By the time I have a day off, there's so much stuff to do at home. Ambit has given us that opportunity. Now, like my son, he came up to me a couple of days ago, and he asked me for a drum set. I said, well, honey, how much does it cost? He goes, $850. I said, well, baby, what do you want me to do? Well, can you buy it for me? I said, yeah, I could buy it for you, but what am I going to tell you? He puts his head down. You're going to tell me that I have to earn it. So he goes back to his room. A day or two later, I find out that he has a board in his room. He actually wrote down goal, $850. And then like a graph, like a funnel, and he blacked out the bottom portion. And kind of like our power zone, right? You're trying to reach $1 million. And then he put, so far I have 100, or it was like $225. He's working towards his goal. You know, these things that we do, these positive habits and changes in our household, in your household, they're just ways to improve your family's life because you love them, right? So we've also instilled, if you come home, just put the phones up. We realized, like, hey, there's a lot of potential for growth. You could make a lot of money with it, but what are they doing? What is their main focus? Now, granted, they're super busy. They're both in athletics. He's also in soccer. She's in orchestra. He's in band, and now they're both in theater. I mean, they live really busy lives. So what am I going to do? We're guides, right? Not only are we guiding our teammates, our prospects to reach financial goals, to reach a higher level in their business, but we're also guides for our family, for our kids. And so we're guiding them, hey, you know, this phone is distracting you a lot. You're not having any mental peace. It's just taking a lot of time from you. And, you know, if you aspire to be better at what you're doing, you're going to have to put away the distractions. And it was hard. A couple of weeks, it was real difficult. And now they're getting into that habit. We're also getting into the habit of, hey, if we're not doing anything on our phones for business, face down, you know, spend family time together. I know we're running out of time. I'm just going to end with this. If you want to move your side gig, Ambit, into a full-time gig, you need to invite. I'm going to give you one of my examples. You know, I don't go around and just start inviting people. I listen to them. I hold conversations with them. They're drawn to me. I have this level of confidence that they're just, hey, I don't know, there's something about you. Whatever it is that you're doing, I want in. They don't even know, and you have to separate the invitation from the presentation. But once they say, hey, what is it that you do? I'm glad you asked. I'm expanding my business, and I'm looking for well-qualified people like you to join our team. Let's meet tomorrow. What works for you? Does morning or lunch work best for you? Okay, if you want to hear it again, I'm expanding my business, and I'm looking for well-qualified people like yourself to join our team. Guys, that's my time. I'm going to close with this. You can reach your goals if you fail, but you can't reach your goals if you quit. Don't quit. If you feel like quitting, quit tomorrow. And tomorrow, if you feel like quitting again, tell yourself, quit tomorrow. That's how you're successful. Just quit tomorrow. Lane, that's my time. Hey, thanks for having me on the call, guys. I was super excited to do this. I hope I gave a lot of value to everyone. Hey, I'm here to help.
Well, you certainly did. Thank you so much, Fernando, and I do appreciate the quality training that you've given us tonight. Hopefully everybody has taken good notes. I do want to remind you that this call will be posted on your Power Zone for your convenience, that you can download and listen to what Fernando has shared tonight. It's been a huge, valuable information. I hope everybody got what I got out of it, and I know that based on what I heard, I know you're going to reach the pinnacle of success with the company, and you've already achieved that by the first mark of becoming part of the Millionaire Club member. And of course, you and your beautiful wife are going to be hopefully on a call with me in the future. I'd love to have you as a dynamic duo. I know we talked about that, and I look forward to it in the future. I do have a couple of things I want to share with everybody. Of course, next week, a guest speaker is going to be senior consultant, Mr. Alexander Thomas. Alexander is a powerful speaker, trainer, a success coach, motivator, always willing to be able to share with other people and other downline organizations his knowledge and information. I know he'll have a power-packed training as well, so you'll want to make sure that you plug in this coming Sunday, which will be February 2nd. And so I look forward to that call as well. I want to remind everybody of the current promotions that are taking place. You don't want to neglect the money that's been put on the table, the Golden Goal Challenge, which is so important going into kickoff 2025. Of course, the Product Boost New Year's edition, the Community Solar 2025 Cab, and of course the January Jump Start, which is also in play as we speak now, but closing fast. So you want to make sure that you grab a couple of those extra bucks that are on the table for you that corporate's got out there over and above the standard compensation plan. Another thing I want to make sure that everybody is aware of is a couple of things. Tomorrow night, the corporate is going to have the Road to Kickoff 2025, where corporate is on tour, and they're going to be down in the valley in Laredo, Texas. That'll be January 27th. Stuck on kickoff with 22nd. But the 27th of January, that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m., Keller Williams is where it's going to be at the real estate office there at 6910 McPherson Road, Suite 3. You don't want to miss that. It's going to start at 7:30 prompt. It'll be a fabulous presentation down there. Let me just say this. Laredo and the whole valley is really on fire with the leadership that they have in place down there. And McAllen, Texas is another great city for you to build your business. Corporate's going to be the next day, which will be Tuesday, January 28th at 6:30 p.m. Make sure you mark that time at the Wyndham Garden McAllen at La Plaza Mall. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Down in McAllen, Texas, Tuesday, January 28th. I want to make sure you get those dates right. So January 27th, Laredo. Next day, January 28th, McAllen, Texas. What a wonderful opportunity for you, if not to make it down there personally and live and attend those meetings, or pick up the phone and call somebody you know in the valley or in that South Texas area to get to those meetings and start building and placing and your flag down there in one of the most progressive, powerful areas that we have on the move with our company. Also, just keep you in mind that we do have corporate tours. If you're ever up there around the corporate headquarters. You can schedule your own corporate tour, and that's a very valuable way to be able to share the business with new prospects that you can invite them to take a corporate tour. They have them in English and in Spanish. I think it's on Thursday, so you do need to register for that, but that's an opportunity of a lifetime for you to be able to go through, touch and feel, meet the people, see the value and the powerful corporate staff and organization that we have behind this great company that we work for called Ambit Energy. I do want to thank once again Fernando for doing such a wonderful job tonight, and I want to give everybody else an opportunity to do the same, to reach out to you and give you a shout out. So I'm going to open up the call. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless everybody, and have a wonderful day.
Can I say one more thing, sir? I will be in Laredo tomorrow, so anybody that would like to join us in Laredo, I look forward to meeting you all. Lane, thanks again for having me on the call.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Hold on just a second, everybody.
Press 1. This conference is muted. Callers may not unmute themselves. Press 1. This conference is unmuted. Callers may mute themselves by pressing star 1.
Great call, Fernando. Great call. Thank you so much.
Great call. Thank you, Fernando. Great call. See you in Laredo. Can't wait.
Awesome call, Fernando.
Great call, Fernando. See you tomorrow here. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Incredible training, Fernando. Thank you so much. That was rich. Thank you for bringing her.
Great tour in Laredo tomorrow. Great job. That was great.
The recording has been stopped.
God bless everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.